What's good? It's your boy Rob Allen ENT, and we back. This is DJ Akademiks. Names rappers who aren't relevant enough to sell arenas, and says Lil Baby, Future, and more. We just gonna react to what he's talking about, man. And y'all put y'all comments on how y'all feel about these type of topics. Do you think these type of topics are healthy in the hip hop community? Why or why not? Do you guys also think that if you do think they are, then what are some of the rappers you think are at the top as far as ticket sales go? We about to get right into it. Oh, hold on, let me switch this up. I gotta change. I be doing it too much, dog. We're making music. That's not what we're doing right now. That's not what we're doing right now.
I got almost 5 million people follow me. If you say yes, you're an idiot. No. I'm just trying to tell you that social media following is the least of anything you could do for any artist. Doesn't mean that artists could pull a crowd. If they could pull a crowd, they wouldn't be waiting for Rolling Loud to perform. If your
Mm.
favorite artist hasn't performed at a show by themselves and they're waiting for Rolling Loud, it's either two things. They haven't put out a project in mad long, or they can't pull out a crowd just by themselves. That's the only point I'm trying to make. Somebody says Uzi selling out arenas. You're wrong. I believe Uzi can
Whoa.
sell out a 5,000 venue in most places. Arena is 15,000 plus. Lil Uzi Vert cannot sell out 15,000
Wow.
in majority of the places in the United States.
Well, here's one of the reasons I'm just going to let you know. I agree to disagree with Ak on this, meaning I believe that it's healthy to talk about this, but I don't believe it's healthy to talk about this all the time, and it's definitely not healthy to talk about it if you're trying to degrade or diminish somebody's brand to uplift somebody else's. Now, the numbers are the numbers as well. So I agree with him by saying what he's saying is very accurate. Russ came in, he said the same thing. I know everybody hates Russ, but he pretty much exposed that you can put up millions of dollars into the social media, but can't but filling getting actual people that will connect with you in such a way that they'll buy a ticket to come see you is a different level. It just is. It just is. We all know it. It is. Now, you can use social media to allow that to translate if you're a really good communicator and you got, you know what I mean, you understand energy and you understand how to transfer things like of that nature and so that people can actually, tangibly feel how, you know what I mean, how you feel and what you know what I mean, and convey your message in such a way that the sky's the limit as far as influencers go, and then you can sell out arenas. So the social media aspect, the reason why I disagree is because I think the social media aspect can work if the artist is willing uh to be relatable.
In Houston, no. San Francisco, no. In Idaho, no. And I'm talking about a tour that's going everywhere. So you're gonna hit New York maybe for 2 dates, Jersey for 1 date. You go to Pennsylvania. Then after Pennsylvania, you go to well, Connecticut would be before all that. You go to Virginia. I'm trying to get y'all to understand. Somebody said Chris Brown. Chris Brown's a different. I'm glad y'all bring up Chris Brown. I'm I'm glad you brought up Chris Brown. Chris Brown can, but that's the difference between a touring artist and a artist that's lit most of the social media. Chris Brown will not ever sell as much as Uzi does first week. Could Uzi sell out a tour more than Chris Brown? If you say yes, you're an idiot.
When Ack is on the yak, boy, he get reckless. But he's right. So what you once again It depends on, so if you're, so he's saying streaming services will pay you, will no, will 9 times out of 10 be your main bread and butter if you're on a social media a lot. Meaning that's how you'll get your money and your revenue through Spotify, Apple Music, and all that. But if you are a touring artist, meaning you look at touring, you're predominantly touring, you're normally a performer, you're normally an entertainer as well. So some people are just artists and MCs, but they're not entertainers. Chris Brown is an entertainer more than he's an artist. And so most people who are more entertainers are gonna go to comedy. They're gonna take their comedy, like you see DC Young Fly, and you're gonna take it to the stage. Why? Because he's a pure entertainer. This is what he's saying as an entertainer. They're going to more be predominantly as touring. It doesn't make the person who is just predominantly an artist any less. But if you want to be that iconic artist, you got to merge both. Both has to happen.
Somebody the weekend can, the weekend of course can.
And we got to remember everything that's been happening and going on in the world with the pandemic and all that stuff like that. There's less of that. So less touring that hurt the touring artists. So you got to remember the touring artist is not making money right now. So Chris Browns and all that stuff like that, they're not eating the way they would normally. The futures and things like that, they're not eating as much. They're still making money and stuff like that, but they didn't, they don't have the internet money is like some of the other people like Lil Uzi Vert.
The weekend could do the Garden like actually he did do the Garden like 3 nights in a row. The weekend probably will end up doing the Garden like there's a few artists that I could imagine could do Yankee Stadium. So the Garden is about like probably like 17,000, the full Garden. If you want bigger than that, I think 40,000 will be the capacity if you do like Yankee Stadium, but we don't even see concerts at
That's
Yankee or
crazy.
Met Stadium, right? But yeah,
I'm gonna call it right now. I'm telling you, the touring artist that lost out that year is gonna get 100 times the amount because now people are hungrier than ever to be at a concert and to be around people because they were so it's gonna be incredible going into this summer and next summer and probably the next couple of summers. Like yeah, I don't think this momentum. I think people realize that what I mean. It's something about that interaction that people really love.
Future, no, Future cannot. Future can't.
You can't.
Future cannot do. Future cannot do 20,000 every arena.
Oh, okay. You said every arena.
Are you crazy? Travis Scott can sell out arena. No, Travis Scott can. Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Travis Scott, Post Malone, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Drake, they're doing arenas. But most of the artists we think that are more relevant than them on social media cannot. I think it would be dope as fuck if Durk could pull out 5,000 people every city. I don't think Durk could pull out 15,000, which would be needed for an arena every city. Nope. Could he pull out in Chicago? Of course. Maybe New York? Okay. Maybe LA? Okay. But what about Milwaukee? Is 15,000 people coming out for Durk in Milwaukee? Is 15,000 people coming out for Young Thug in Milwaukee? Is 15,000 people coming out for Future in Milwaukee? That's where you get them. And no, y'all are tripping. 15,000 people not coming out for Young Boy. None of them niggas y'all talking about. 15,000 people not even coming out for a little baby in Milwaukee. Are you tripping? Bro, I'm just trying to show y'all why I'm not that. I don't shame Coyle Ray for her not having mad people lit in Houston. that stage or that stadium, actually, it holds about 8,000 people. Coil Ray can't even pull out 2 grand, if you ask me, for Coil Ray in concert, which means you're not at the club. And this is where we got to really understand. You're not going to the club to hear mad other people music and Coil Ray's coming
Mm.
out afterwards. Could Coil Ray pull out 2,000 people to only come listen to her music? No. So for if she can't do that for 2,000,
I think what DJ Academics is doing is because he's on social media so much, he's a lot of the fans are gonna come and and they wanna when you're a fan of people, but you're a fan without any type of like you're pretty much in bot land and you're a fan. But there's two types of fans. There's fans that actually are realistically look at the numbers and be like, yeah, this is my favorite person, my favorite artist, but at the same time, I can acknowledge that this person may be better. Most fans can't do that. Most fans is like, this person is the best artist, period. So he's probably getting a lot of fan hate, and that's why he's bringing these types of topics up and these types of numbers just to kind of like let them know, like, hey, like come back to reality.
when 8,000 is in there, you can imagine they're looking at her like, who the fuck is this? Taylor Swift does stadiums. I'm telling you, Future, bro, nigga, if Future could have done that, and this is where I get in my bag, because I watch all these artists. I watch all of them try to set up tours. Nigga, Future's never done an arena tour by himself.
Hmm.
Let me say again, Future's never done an arena tour by himself. Closest he came was Future and Drake. That would have what a time to be alive shit. Future and Future, Meek, and Gotti was trying to do some tour. Go look it up. The shit got canceled. Cause they couldn't pull out at least 10 to 15,000 people in every city for Future, Meek, and Gotti. I'm telling you this.
Hmm.
If I was lying, this would have happened already. They haven't done a tour where they're pulling out 15,000. That's an arena. I'm telling y'all the truth. Because here's the thing. It's about price options. And that's why I love YoungBoy. Great audience. But yo, YoungBoy audience is a lot of kids. You think
That's what I was waiting for him to say that. I was thinking that earlier. Like a lot of the people's who aren't selling out arenas is because their audience is between like 10, 8, 8 and like 13, like 8 and 14, stuff like that. So future I mean maybe future uh has a lot of young they have young NBA YoungBoy for sure. Uh they got a younger crowd. That's what's going on.
yo, when I went to Drake concert,
But the younger crowd streams a lot. They will play that song from sun up to sundown. So honestly, if I was to give my honest opinion, man, I think it's whichever one you have to go all in on one because whatever your fan base is, you as an artist, you're not really most artists don't think about their fan base before they put their first song out. It's normally you put your as you put your songs out, you're getting your fan base. So, you know what I mean? There's no more artist development no more, so nobody's really around anybody professional that can tell them, hey, tell me your story and let me listen to your music and I can find your demographic before you put something out. Like most people don't have that. So when the social media starts taking over your music, what do you think happens? Like the fans gravitate to what they want to gravitate towards. And so that's what's really happening. So I don't think it's bad to be just a predominantly touring artist or to be a predominantly streaming artist because whether you're on the internet or whether you're in tour, you are impacting people. You're impacting millions and millions of people. And you got to remember, the phone is always in people's hands. I don't care what nobody nobody can refute this. The number one way to reach people the fastest is social media because it's in people's hand. It's in people's hand every single day, 24/7. When you charge your phone, you charge it next to your bed. Some people charge it underneath their pillow. They charge it next to their pillow. They charge it next to their bed. It's always within arm's reach. When you go to the bathroom, where's it at? It's in your hand. When you're brushing your teeth, where's it at? It's on the counter. When you're making food in the kitchen, where's it at? It's on the counter in the kitchen. It's in the same room you're at all the time. It is the fastest way to connect to people. So don't get enamored with the touring if you don't have no touring managers, or you don't even know how to put a tour together. You need to worry about getting the social media following to get the attention of the people for the tours. And that was a gem right there for any artists, independent artists, people that's trying to come up. You should focus on the internet. You don't have no touring, nothing. What are we talking about here? We don't have any. We don't have. If you're an independent artist, you don't have nothing to manage. I'm talking. You should manage it yourself until you get something that's unmanageable. And the people who know how to manage, they'll be able to know when you can't manage it. That's what they do. Look at Jay-Z. He waited till every single artist could manage got something that they could no longer manage. You know. And then you got the babies of the world. They take something that has never been managed and they blow it up. So it depends. I'm not gonna finish this. I'm pretty sure y'all know exactly what's going on. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about all these things. And this is a live reaction from Rob, Allen, ENT, and I'm out.
Every single song I put out bangs. This is how we create what we say. They mad cause I let my nuts hang low to the flow like I'm tryna ball. Let go, I mean let go. You can't control. I know from young and old. You don't trust the soul. Reload your mindset, sold. Your future's gone. My woes, I lose